Welcome in a video podcast New Perspective, where we are going to talk about overcoming fear today. Do you face fear in your life right now? Do you maybe seek answers about how to deal with fear for yourself or for your closest ones? If I may, I would like to offer you some inspirations about how can we transition from fear and live life where our emotions can be chosen. My name is Barbora Hirošová. I'm a transformational coach, and one of my passions is helping people to experience change and growth in different areas of their lives. I'm from Slovakia. English is not my first language, as you can probably hear, but here I am to encourage you that you can overcome fear, because one of those fears that I used to experience was directly connected to speaking in a foreign language. When I came to the United States about 2 years ago, people started to encourage me to minister, teach, preach, prophesy over people here in the US. I couldn't imagine that, because honestly, the first month was like a volley of tears for me, asking God to take me back every single day, because I was so scared to even initiate a simple conversation or ask for help in a house full of English-speaking people. I was literally shaking in fear every time I had to open my mouth, but soon I understood I wasn't afraid of speaking in English. I was scared of making mistakes. So I made the decision not to give up and open my heart concerning my fears to other people. So what really helps me to overcome this fear? Understanding that people seek connection with me over perfection of me. Because of their unconditional love and acceptance, I could overcome this fear and meet lots of beautiful new people and could minister to different groups that I couldn't imagine doing in the first place. I believe an emotion of fear is not necessarily negative. Negative can be only our thoughts we have about that emotion. It's similar with situations we go through as well. They don't need to be negative, but the way how we interpret them. It's not our situations that make us fearful, those are our fearful thoughts that we have about those situations. What's happening when we are afraid, and how can we overcome fear? We are exploring truth. Presence of fear signalizes presence of life. That's why the situations which stirs up fear are an opportunity to discover truth. We are exploring also who we are. When we are afraid, we are being introduced to who we truly are. Who we are, we call identity. So what's our true identity? Our identity is that we are loved and created to love. How does this love can look like in action? For example, love doesn't give up on others. Love trusts the other person meant it somehow well, even when we don't understand it. Love restores those who failed us. Love doesn't judge by leaving those who hurt us, and so on and so forth. It's an opportunity for love to prove its power. When we are afraid, we let the Father God and others to love us in places where we experienced fear. It's perfect love that casts out all fear. Therefore, perfection is being loved where we are at. Scared people doesn't necessarily need correction, but compassion to soothe their feelings. We are discovering why we started to be afraid. The situation where we feel scared serves us to be delivered from all those reasons why we have started to be afraid in the first place, because thoughts always comes before emotions. Beyond fear can be a question. That's when we ask, where we question something, where we are worried, that all can bring a crack of distrust towards ourselves, others, and God. So identify the question and replace it with the truth. Talking about fears with others. In conversations, lies become more visible when we can identify them more easily, and sometimes it's a simple encouragement that brings truth for our minds and peace to our imagination. We all need friends around us who would pass gasoline on our vision and water on our fears. Fear would like to abuse us, but we can use fear to announce us what's possible and what we are able to do, because its presence signalizes the presence of truth. Do it afraid. If we are scared of something, we can do it even though we are scared. Whether we will be experiencing fear is not a question, but what are we going to do about it can be a real game changer. This video doesn't speak about all the ways how can we deal with fear. It only offers few inspirational tools where we can start and a simple compass providing us an understanding where we are at in our personal journeys. I wish you a blessed rest of your day and goodbye till the next time.